she's not American, she's black. Is that what we doing? Like, what mental state that certain people are in, able to just be cool and be, it was really show-stopping out there, you know? I'm gonna cut that out. Hello, assalamu alaikum, and what's up, y'all? It's your girl Manar coming in with another video. I've been meaning to film this video for like the past couple of weeks, but I have been caught up with a lot of the stuff going on here in Hong Kong, work, school, all of that good stuff. Before we get started, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe up in this video, just so you guys can stay tuned with everything that I say, everything that I do, all the videos that I upload, and I promise you, we will have a good time together. As you may have peeped the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience being a black Muslimah here in Hong Kong. I do want to set a little disclaimer for everyone. So this video is solely speaking on my personal experience. Not every black person's experience is the same here, and not every person you encounter in Hong Kong is the same either. So these are just my personal experiences here, and so I'm going to be touching on the pros, the cons, and also some tips for some of y'all who may plan to go abroad sometime in the future, or even want to come to Asia or Hong Kong specifically. But yeah, so hopefully this kind of helps y'all a little bit. I do want to highlight that there is no black community in Hong Kong. There's no place to convene, organize, reconnect, feel that sense of community and belongingness with your people. And because I didn't really see many black people out here, I felt like I always had to make an extra effort to run into another black person. I remember my first couple of weeks, like I said, I used to always sit in the lobby at the hotel that they have us staying at. I used to just sit in the lobby and hope and pray that another black person would walk by. I knew there was a lot of college students in our program who stayed in this hotel, but there was no way for all of us to just meet. Even when I'm just walking up and down the street here in Hong Kong, when I see another black person, I make that extra effort to say hi. I'm trying to make eye contact, I'm waving them down, like smiling at them, just to acknowledge their presence and just to let them know that I'm here, you know, and we're both black and we're both going through this together, and I got you and I look like you, you know, and it makes you feel like a sense of community when you see somebody else. So like I said, pros, cons, and some tips. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the cons, so we can end off on a positive note. Number one. The moment that I arrived to Hong Kong, like, I felt nothing but stares. Like, people are staring like mad hard at you. And it's not that they're glancing just to look at you like, hey, how you doing? No, they're looking at you, and if you look at them, they still looking at you. They're not gonna look away because that's just what they do. It did make me feel very, very uncomfortable when I first got here because I wasn't used to that. Like, why do I always feel like I'm being watched or looked at when I'm leaving or going somewhere in public? Like, do I have something on my face? Like, do I look different? Which I do look different. And what I really think it is that there's not many black people out here to begin with. So when they see another black woman, let alone a black Muslim woman, they're either in awe or they're confused. Like, what is she doing out here? Is she lost? Can we help her? And they're just looking at me. Next, pictures and videos. People will take pictures and videos of you, and not even discreetly. They will openly take pictures and videos of you. I remember one time I was sitting in the MTR, which is like their subway system out here. It's very, very fast and convenient. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But I was sitting on the MTR, and there's a lady holding up her cell phone. And at first, you know, I thought she was texting or she was doing something, but now she's holding the cell phone, and wherever I move, she's moving that phone too. And I'm just like, I know she's recording me. Like, I really know she's recording me. And so I just smiled and I waved, and I'm just like, I don't know if this is normal, but it eventually became the norm because a lot of people do it. Next, we're gonna go ahead and talk about shopping. Shopping is a con out here. You will not find anything that fits you if you're a little bit on the hefty side, you know. A lot of the clothing out here is very petite to fit the people who live here, right? So I had a hard time finding, you know, a pair of slacks when I came out here. I wanted a new pair of slacks for my job, and I couldn't find them. So I'm just like, wow, like none of these pants fit me, and I'm not that big. Like it really confused me, and I'm just like, would I really be able to survive? I don't know. Maybe it was just the places that I went to. Even though we are in Hong Kong and a lot of people, you know, don't have dark skin out here, they still make an extra effort to bleach their skins, right? So I remember I was sitting in my supervisor's office, and she had like, I thought it was lotion, but it was really skin bleaching cream. And everybody uses skin bleaching cream because they believe that the lighter skin you are, the more beautiful you are, which no, like, F these Eurocentric beauty standards, because the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Love your melanin, love the skin that you're in, and all that good stuff. And one of the girls was like, hey, Manar, like, you should use this on your skin. She said, use this on your skin. And I was like, no, I'm good. And she was like, it'll make your skin more fair. And I stopped for a second. Are you saying that those with darker skin, black people, anyone with a darker skin complexion has unfair skin, or what exactly is it? Like, I was confused, and y'all know I'm not finna use that stuff, but that was that. And with, you know, this sense of colorism, I remember going to a makeup store, and they had black models everywhere. Black women, beautiful, gorgeous, and everything. And I'm like, okay, maybe they got some darker foundation skin tones up in here, you know, some darker lipstick colors that I could rock. And so I go inside of the makeup store and I look around, and all the shades were very light. I didn't find a shade that was even close to being a concealer skin tone for myself. So next, I'm going to touch on 3 specific incidents that I encountered while being here in Hong Kong. The first one was on the 4th of July, right? Those of you who know me know that I don't celebrate the 4th. I choose not to celebrate the 4th because what are we celebrating? In 1776, you feel me, our people were not free. So what do you mean, like, oh, free for all? No. Free for the white man, basically. What are we truly celebrating? You know, the enslavement of Africans or the genocide of the Native Americans? We're not gonna have a history lesson, but anyways, so it was the 4th of July. Everybody was going out. There was horse races this day. The horse races is a very famous, you know, event that everyone goes to on Wednesday nights, and it was a Wednesday. So we all decided to go to the horse races. Why not? And so at the horse races, there's always lots of foreigners. All of a sudden, they started playing some music, so I'm like, okay, cool, let's go ahead and vibe to this, dance with this, and rock with this. And they started playing Freaky Friday. I love Freaky Friday, right? But there's, Freaky Friday by Chris Brown. And there's a verse in this song where Chris Brown says the N-word like multiple times, and it was like no black people there, and everybody is jamming to the song. Let me go ahead and play it for those of y'all who ain't never heard it.
I can sing so well. Wonder if I can say the N-word. Wait, did I really say the N-word? What up, my nigga? What up, my nigga? Big ups, my nigga. We up, my nigga. You pussy ass nigga. Man, fuck y'all niggas. Cause I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. I woke up in Chris Brown's body.
Okay, that's enough. But yeah, y'all heard it. He says the N-word multiple times, and I was looking around, like, when this part came on, I was making sure that I was looking at people just to make sure, like, they knew where they were at, they knew what they were saying, and they knew that this may have triggered some people who were up in here. Like, it's not cool if you're not black and you're saying the N-word, period. And so I look, and I'm looking, and everybody was playing it cool. They even bleeped the N-word on the song. So I was like, okay, DJ got it going on. Go ahead and bleep the N-word, because you know it's no black people out here. And then, ironically, the next song they play is This Is America by Childish Gambino. I found it very ironic because, like, considering the context of the song and what it truly represents, and you feel me, like the story, the narrative that it really tells, it's completely contradicting to the 4th of July holiday. And people were still singing it, like they're really jamming to it and having a good time, which had me shook. Like, I was really sitting there, like, very, very, very uncomfortable, you know? But actually, that moves me on to the next story. So, number 2. This story is about Mr. Wong. Mr. Wong's is this famous restaurant that everybody loves going to on a Friday, Saturday night. It's like an unlimited buffet type thing. So, college students love to eat on a budget. And so, as soon as we walk in, Mr. Wong's asking everyone, like, oh, where are you from? Are you American? I'm like, yeah, I came from America. He's like, where? And I'm like, California. And then he asks, he's like, do you know Fresno? I'm like, yeah, I know Fresno. How you know Fresno? Like, that's a really small town in California, and you just, California, Fresno. Like, people usually say SF or LA or Sacramento, hey, but never Fresno. And I'm like, yeah, I know Fresno. And so he's trying to make conversation with me, and he's just like, do you love Donald Trump? And I'm like, but I don't think he understood what, you feel me, was coming out of his mouth and who he was talking to. And I'm just like, no, like, no, I'm not even trying to make conversation at this point. And then he was just like, I love Donald Trump. He is my best friend. He is my brother, and you should love him too. And he started to get a little bit aggressive with me, and I was just really confused, like, is he joking? Is he being serious? Is he trying to make conversation? I don't know. Then all of a sudden, he starts to serve our food, and he comes out with a MAGA hat. Make America Great, all on his forehead, right? And he comes and he serves our food. As soon as I saw that, I was like, he's for surely a Trump supporter. And he didn't recognize that there were so many, like, minorities in that room that truly felt uncomfortable with him coming out there like that. Like, that made me feel uncomfortable. I was triggered. Like, I was having literally flashbacks of, like, the election playing in my head. So I instantly left the restaurant. I didn't even eat. I left the restaurant by myself. I just stood outside. I wanted to just step outside so I can cool down and not really get, fired up and really make people around me feel uncomfortable too. But before I left, I noticed that there was another black person up in there. And I look, and he looks, and we both know what's up. Like, it's time to go. Like, when you know it's time to go, it's this little sense of intuition, like this gut feeling like it's time to go. It was really time to go. It was really time to go. So I stepped outside and I called one of my friends from back home just so I can calm down a little bit. And so my friend, you know who you are, shout out to you, really just talked me through it and was like, oh, everything's gonna be okay, Manar. Like, you're strong, you got this. Like, we're rooting for you. And you feel me? That made me feel cool. Love you. And lastly, one of the cons is a sit and spit incident. Spit, for real, spit. And let me tell you what happened.